Hello, everyone. We are back. This newsletter and the audio version of the newsletter has been on break since December, but I'm excited to kick off another year with you of delivering insights and ideas to your eardrums. Before we jump into the main content of today's post, I have 3 announcements to share. The first one is that the newsletter and this corresponding podcast officially have a new name, which is Motivaction. Check out the logo, and we'll be using this moving forward, so you'll be seeing it online. The second announcement, I'm excited to share that the Making Moves course will run twice this year. It only ran once in 2023. The first cohort begins the week of April 29th. I encourage you to join the wait list at my website, brooktully.com, if you want to be the first informed of upcoming discounts, dates, and deadlines. Third announcement is my annual webinar series starts again this February with an annual webinar we've actually been running called Trends to Watch, this time Trends to Watch for 2024. Please check out makingmoves.community. That's the website, makingmoves.community, to learn more about what the community is and what upcoming webinars we have in store for you. There is a membership fee to join that. There's a monthly option, $5 a month if you don't want to commit to the full year, but check that out at makingmoves.community. Well, let's get into our content. This series is entitled Terms of Engagement. So I speak often about getting our conservation movement started by reaching out and motivating more people. But I know it can feel daunting to stare at a blank sheet of paper or a blank Google Doc and create a plan that will successfully engage more people in our causes. Your thoughts may spin with questions like, how do we motivate a person who doesn't even know that our mission exists to get involved, take action, and yikes, even make lifestyle changes? Where do we even begin? So, a way to reduce the overwhelm is to conceptualize the behavior change process as a series of stages where we deepen the connection and engagement with our audience as they get further along in that journey. So, I recently developed a beta version of engagement steps, which right now I'm cheekily calling Terms of Engagement for this series. I mean, it is the start of February, and February is the month of love, after all. And this will help break the behavior journey into more manageable chunks. So over the following posts and emails, we'll explore each chapter, quote unquote, chapter of our audience love story. Today's chapter is the invitation. Chapter 2 is about the conversation. Chapter 3 is the ask. Chapter 4, the reward. Will they get a rose? Only time will tell. So in creating this model that we're essentially walking through in this series of posts, I was inspired by the AIDA marketing model, and AIDA is AIDA marketing model. And this model was created in 1898. I mean, that sounds so long ago. 1898, mind blown, by an advertising professional named Elias St. Elmo Lewis as a simple way to explain how personal selling works. So even though really a lot of people, including myself, find that the AIDA model relies too much on an overly linear and overly rational purchasing process, I do find it helpful for thinking of ways to switch up our engagement approaches as we go through this consumer journey. So this is sort of, like I said, a beta model I'm working with. As you listen to these posts or if you're reading them as well, I'd love to hear your feedback on how this resonates with your work, and if you're staring at that blank sheet of paper trying to figure out how to motivate more people to take action, do let me know if it feels like it's helping you get something down on paper. So let's get into chapter 1, the invitation. You know that giddy feeling you get when someone sends you an invitation? You may not even know what you've been invited to yet, but you instinctively want to go. Just the fact that you're being asked to join something is exciting. As a social herd species, we love feeling included in things happening around us. We are drawn to a sense of belonging. So to kick off our audience engagement efforts, we should think of our first outreach stage as an invitation. Now, for some of your projects, it may be a literal invitation. We're asking people to join an upcoming webinar or an event, subscribe to our newsletter, sign a petition, etc. Those are all very literal invitations. And if you don't have something concrete to offer, we can still invite the audience to engage more deeply in the topic by directing them to resources they can explore on their own. Come visit the website, watch our new videos, and so on. Both of these approaches will benefit from incorporating more of an invitation-style language in the messages. Join us. You're needed here. Come on in. Take a look. Check us out. See what we've accomplished. We saved you a spot. Be part of our crew. Dive in. For this stage, it's essential to have a clear and specific call to action, something you probably hear me talk about quite a lot, and an equally exciting next step to keep the audience engaged as they move through the journey. So we'll explore this exciting next step idea in our next post. That's in chapter 2. But what if the audience knows nothing about your organization or your cause yet? Well, in the AIDA model, the attention and interest are actually 2 separate consumer journey stages. Yet the ideal approach is to treat them as a combo, especially when we have limited outreach dollars to work with. Treating the first stage as an invitation helps us pique the audience's interest, catch their attention, and let them know that we exist all in one go. I mean, it would be great if we were living large like Coke and could spend money on attention-only ads to simply keep our brand from being forgotten about. But I don't think any of us here are rolling in that kind of marketing dough. Instagram ads do a nice job of delivering the invitation combo by providing kind of shop now, learn more, and take a look buttons to quickly convert your attention into clicks. So next time you're scrolling around on Instagram, see which ads are really kind of inviting you in. The invitation isn't limited to social media posts, however. You can use this approach in email subject lines, on the homepage of a website, at the start of a workshop or presentation, or even in the invitation to those events, and even when hosting a table at an outreach event. It's actually a perfect time to extend an invitation. So as your homework for this post, think about how will you invite your audience in? And if you want feedback on your invitation style message, just email me your message, and you can email me at brooke@brooketully.com, and I'll share my thoughts on what you've written. So thanks so much for listening today. Stay tuned for chapter 2, titled The Conversation. Hope to see you there. Thanks for listening. Bye.